I stared at him in disbelief. But I did apologize to you, it was an accident. I didn't know it was you. I explained desperately. But the look on his face didn't change. He glanced at someone behind me, and abruptly they grabbed my both arms and pulled us out of the room, ignoring our screams. They locked us both in 2 different rooms. I rushed to the window and pushed the curtains aside, only to find thick steel grills covering the glass. I paced back and forth, burning with rage. I slammed the door over and over, screaming to be set free until my throat went raw. Suddenly the door flew open, and Nikolai stood there, irritation hardening every line of his face. "What's your problem?" he snapped. "My problem? Why lock me up just because I accidentally sprayed pepper spray?" I snapped back, crossing my arms. He surged forward, shoving me hard against the wall. His towering frame trapped me, arms caging either side of my head. His icy blue eyes bored straight through mine, cold and furious. "Never roll your eyes at me, Miss Mitchell," he growled low, his breath fanning my cheeks. "No one touches Nikolai Vasiliev and gets away with it." "Who even is Nikolai Vasiliev?" I blurted in confusion. "Me," he bit out. My heart hammered wildly as I stared at his sharp, menacing features. What are you going to do to me?" "For now, you'll work in the mansion kitchen alongside your friend Stella. If you misbehave, there will be harsh consequences," he warned, leaning closer. "Your little dreams, your family, none of it matters if you refuse to obey. I'm very experienced with disobedient people." The next day, 2 of his guards marched in and strapped an unremovable black tracker anklet tight around my ankle. "It doesn't come off unless you cut your foot off, or die," Nikolai said flatly. I begged to see him hours later, desperate to plead for Stella's freedom. Flora led me to his luxurious study, where he sat silent behind a huge desk, those piercing blue eyes never leaving my figure. "Please send Stella home. She's completely innocent. She had nothing to do with us meeting," I begged, voice shaking. He rose slowly, walking toward me, until my back hit the wall with nowhere left to run. His rough fingertips brushed my cheek, tucking loose hair behind my ear. "Letting her go depends entirely on you," he murmured. "What do you mean?" I gasped. "If you act obedient and stay in line, she lives safely here. If you defy me, try to escape, or cross me in any way." A cold, terrifying smile tugged his lips. "She'll be dead in 1 minute." I froze, all fight draining from my body. I had no choice but to surrender. "Okay. I'll behave," I whispered brokenly. He grabbed my arm roughly and pushed me toward the door. As I stepped outside, Flora told me the horrifying truth. This entire estate sits on Nikolai Private Island, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. There is no boat, no hidden path, 0 way to escape his territory. That evening, I helped Flora serve dinner. I set a plate of fish down in front of Nikolai, my hands trembling under his unblinking gaze. "Stop cursing me, in your head, and serve properly," he ordered out of nowhere, a cocky smirk spreading across his face. I froze in shock. How could he read my private thoughts? Humiliation and anger bubbled up inside me. I stormed out of the dining hall without a word, rushing back to my locked bedroom. I collapsed onto the bed, fear swirling in my chest. He was a ruthless Russian mafia don, holding my best friend's life hostage to control me. Trapped on an isolated island with no escape, forced to submit to the man I'd accidentally attacked. And worst of all, there was something terrifyingly magnetic about his cold blue eyes that I could not ignore.